Hey guys, this is my oxy-acetylene torch set. I do have the converter to convert it over, the little converter to screw into the back of the regulator to convert it to oxypropane, but hey, I have oxy-acetylene and this is better. I've already got the valves open. I got to cut this off so that's straight. So I'm just gonna nip it off somewhere around there. It doesn't really matter where. But got the cutting tip on it right now, obviously, because I'm going to be cutting something. Striker. Yeah, I see. Set the camera down up here. Jeez. There we go. This thing does wonders. I would have been there with an angle grinder. I would have had the setup to it and everything else like that. I would have had to get it out, plug it in. Right now, there's a grinding disc on it, so I'd have to put a little, zip cut-off disc. I have to put that on it. This, no, torches sit right there, roll it out, crack 2 valves open, done. That's still probably way too hot to touch, but yeah, see, it just nipped it right off, no issues. Yeah, it's still probably so hot. I could probably. This is plastic. Huh? Yeah, see, it melted a little bit. Yeah. So, how's that for sweet? It just works wonders, cutting stuff. Just bam, cut. Yeah, I also have the brazing tip, and I've got several spare cutting tips and some old-fashioned torch tip cleaners. But anyways, I'm gonna cut another hunk of that off, just so that you guys can see. Length in here doesn't matter. I need at least a couple inches because I need to thread that to go on to something. Still glowing. That'll definitely melt the plastic a little bit. Oh yeah. Yeah. It does one thing that the angle grinder doesn't, and that's leave a weird cut, because it's a torch cut. it leaves those weird cuts, which kind of sucks. So you always have to go through there with like an angle grinder and clean it up, or you go through with trusty old file and clean it up so it gets nice and smooth and prepared for threading. But and overall for cutting, you know, ain't nothing better than an oxy-acetylene torch. Then again, you know, depends on how big around the shaft you're cutting. Because, you know, something like this, yeah, I could have done with an angle grinder. This worked fine. But, you know, if I was cutting, you know, like the piece of plate steel I have sitting here, I can get it out. You see, if I was cutting that hunk of plate steel, that would take a long time with an angle grinder, but I could buzz right through it with that torch. And, you know, and you know, like other steel and stuff like that, it just does great for cutting through bar and stuff like that. Plate steel does wonders with it, but yeah, make sure my valves are off. I already did that. But yeah, these are a nice thing. If you don't have one, you should definitely pick one up. They're great, and stay. Just hang over the side. Yeah, see, and then there's like spare tips and stuff like that. I have a whole bunch of spare tips in there. I've got more over here. And I've also got the wrenches for tightening and loosening oxygen. And I've got the big wrenches for doing this. That part. And I've got the little ones and I've got the square and triangle ones. But slag hammer. I've got the littler, handier one for doing like the small tops and other miscellaneous things on there, and like adjusting your torch and, you know, taking some parts off. Here's a little adapter. So this screws into the back of the acetylene regulator. And then I can screw that directly into a propane tank, turn it into an oxypropane if I wanted to. Oh yeah, and then I've got another one of the Airco. I got another one of the big wrenches for doing stuff like that. Then I got the smaller one. I get that one there. It has 3/4, 1 inch, 1/8, you know, all the stuff for doing like adjusting on regulators and stuff. It's all there. And again, you need to have your torch cleaning tips. Got several of them. You know, there's just 3 right there in our Airco. And I got another one up here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know where I put them. I got another one of these. Another 2 of these actually. But yeah, you can get stuff like this. Like you can get oxygen tanks and stuff like that. Walter Supply Company in Erie. Or you can go to your local TSC or Tractor Supply dealer, and I know they sell torch stuff. I actually getting a new set of hoses next time I head up there to Tractor Supply. I'm gonna get a 25-foot long hunk of hoses for these, so that I don't have to worry about rolling it out. I didn't really have to roll it out to go from here to the workbench, but it's very short leads and or hoses, sorry, and I didn't want to have to, you know, worry about any of that. And it's much easier to just, you know, leave it sitting there, reach back there, crack the valves, check the gauges, and cut it. And rather than needing to go lug it out like I have to do here. But anyways, if you guys don't have any of these, like I said, pick them up at Tractor Supply. They're a nice little thing to add to your collection. Anyways, rate, comment, subscribe.